sorry, Val. Is Quentin up?
Yeah, what is it?
Does he know where I put my gift?
Is that what that ringing is?
Yeah, the store clerk set it for 9, and I think I forgot to turn the bell off.
9? It's already 9? Quentin!
How about the kitchen?
Yeah, right. Why would I put it in the kitchen?
Yeah, right. Well, you're usually not this scatterbrain. Remember, you're an anal retentive. You need to read.
I am not anal retentive. Valerie!
You're not plucking your eyebrows in the sink again, are you?
No.
You check the living room, and I'll check the kitchen.
Fine.
You've got weddings on the brain, Andy.
Hi, my name is Gina, and this is Rennie, my date. Gina McElrath at your service. And this is Rennie. He's just a friend. Hi, I'm Gina. This guy's with me. Okay. Hi, I'm Gina, and this is some guy I used to sleep with.
I found it.
Where was it?
In the Dutch oven. Is it gonna stop? Did I put it there?
I put it there. The ticking was keeping me awake. You guys didn't hear it?
You're sure dressed early.
Early? It's 9:35.
Hi, my name's Gina, and this is my old college pal, Rennie. Okay, no, hi, Gina. No, you can call me Gina. Yeah, this is Rennie. He's with me, but he's not really my date. Any more stupid questions? Hi, I'm Gina.
Time check.
9:45.
Shit.
You boys are so cute.
Wedding's on the brain, huh?
Be glad you're single. Gosh, Gina, you look great.
Thanks for including me.
Oh, Mary Randolph, Sam, oh, congratulations. You both look so precious. Oh, it was a lovely wedding.
Well, thank you. Some of us were chewing our nails until a few minutes ago.
Oh.
But I'm sure Mom and Dad have calmed down by now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Who was she?
I don't know. I thought you knew her.
Sam! What a magnificent bride you have acquired.
Oh, Mr. Morse, right?
Stuart Caldwell, Mutual of New York. Looks like a solid long-term investment you have here, son, but will she be cost-effective in the short term?
Gina? Hi. Remember me, Lena Axel? Formerly Lena Holbrook.
Oh,
Lena, you've done your hair.
Nice to meet you. I didn't know you guys knew Sam and Mary Randolph.
Well, Sam works in the same office as Fred.
Oh.
This is my husband, Fred.
Hi, I'm Gina, and this is Rennie. He's my escort.
That's interesting. Mary Randolph's ex-husband's name's Ren.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
Oh.
You got flowers, you got Bach on the organ, you got people dusting off their Sunday best. That guy over there probably wore the same suit when he buried his mother. Weddings and funerals, man, there's no real difference.
Weddings have better food. Oh, God, here we go.
I really hope she doesn't do the kissing thing. I'm so glad you could make it. I'm glad to be here. Still living the life of an artist.
I sold out a long time ago.
So what'd you think of the ceremony?
It was very...
So glad. Sam, do you remember Gina?
Could I forget?
That's right.
Congratulations, Randy.
Don't call me that. We have senators here.
Sorry, Mary Randolph. You look great.
Thank you. You look good yourself.
Randy, thanks for coming.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's my friend is your future. I compiled a list of all the single women in attendance. Granted, the choice is rather limited, but there is a decent selection of well-read and mostly sane mates. Let's go.
Valerie!
Cabernet at this hour?
She won.
Oh, Rennie, don't start with that.
She and Sam took me behind the gazebo and shot me. I'm drenched with the blood of my own stupid mistakes. They knew I would call her Randy, and I did. I called her Randy. She won. Shouldn't have backed down.
Rennie, look at it this way. They're shelling out a lot of money so that you can have a good time. They probably didn't even expect you to show up, and here you are. Hey, it's a big party at their expense.
Maybe if I sulk and have a really bad time, all that money will be for nothing.
It's just man, it looks like what?
Oh,
God,
What are you so sorry?
jerk!
Get a towel.
Oh, why don't you get out of here?
Yeah, I will get out of here, you whore.
Get out of my house.
Hi.
Hi yourself.
What are you doing here?
Watching my friend ruin his life?
Oh.
Who's that?
Big trouble.
She's single?
I don't think I've ever known Valerie except as one half of Quentin and Valerie. People think they're a good match. Well, they are. Quentin and Val are both emotional symbiotes, plain and simple, feeding off each other's insecurities and providing the other with trust, fidelity, and a shoulder to cry on. And a good amount of sex, something I haven't had in, well, never mind. When Quentin and Valerie started going out a year ago, they made it their mission to get me laid.
Not laid, hooked up. Although you could use some good sex once in a while.
I'm an artist. I don't need good sex.
That's ridiculous. Everybody needs good sex. Quentin, tell him he needs good sex.
You need good sex.
Mhm.
Look, I don't even want good sex, and if I did, I wouldn't need your help to get it. Repressed.
Andy, I have tried to be subtle, okay? But frankly, you worry me. Because every time we're going out having a great time, you are sitting here, holed up in your little room, typing out your little magazine articles or your short stories or that stupid novel about the Teapot Dome scandal. It's not normal. Okay, now, I have this really nice friend.
Oh.
And you will like her. She is an artist.
No. Oh, Anna Karenina, I usually save that for bus stations and stuff. And oh, you probably like this. The bell jar, you look like a Sylvia Plath kind of girl to me. This one is really special. This is my Yiddish Don Quixote.
Yeah, that's great. So when do I get to see your stuff?
Oh, all this stuff is mine, actually.
No, your stuff. Val said you were a novelist.
Yeah, Val would say that. Well, I aspire to be a novelist, but, you know, right now I'm just a crappy technical writer.
Well, Val said you had some essays published. Hey, have you ever written any romances?
Well, there was a story in college I wrote that had some romance, you know, right before the knifing.
I read a great novel last month, Passion on Pago Pago. Oh, The sex scenes between Dirk and Diana were so well written. Oh, and it had great character development, too. I mean, I really believe these people existed. It was just so real. You should try that. There's oodles of money to be made in romance.
So Val tells me you're an artist. What's your medium?
Oh, isn't this neat? I'm not a professional, of course, although I hear there's a market at craft shows for handmade jewelry. I used rigatoni and rotini and mixed my own poster paints for color variety, and also made a matching charm bracelet and an anklet.
Well, that's great, because, you know, you add a little marinara and it's an entree.
You don't find me very attractive, do you?
What?
I mean, you haven't come on to me once this evening. You must think I'm hideous.
You've only been here 20 minutes.
When I bring out the rigatoni, I at least get my breast groped. I mean, seeing my jewelry can melt hearts with the coldest steel, or at least it used to. God. Tomorrow I'm going to be some regal barfly accepting drinks from old men and sulking over a paltry meal of soggy pasta.
This is your stapler. If it runs out, you'll find staples in the storeroom on the second floor. Now, getting staples will let you waste approximately 12 minutes. This is your computer. You must turn in all ad copy and graphics on the standardized template found in the company directory. Also, every Thursday at 3:30, the network goes down. When that happens, you've got about 26 minutes to waste. The water cooler is in the far corner. Now, try to get water when the tank is low. Replacing the tank is very difficult, and combined with a little idle gossip will give you about 33 minutes to waste. So what part of town do you live in?
Stewart Avenue. Fan?
Oh, nice house.
Apartment.
Oh, a young couple kind of place.
No, just me.
Now, Tuesdays are ham biscuit days, Wednesdays are bagel days, and Mondays are donut days. On the left, we have the cream field. That's C-R-E-M-E. The Boston cream, Bavarian cream, and the vanilla cream. Robert, he's the office manager. He adores the vanilla cream. So, if you need a favor, save it for him. The middle row is always fruit-filled, and on the end we have the cake donuts, which we have found to have the highest raw energy content, although audit seems to think it's the creams. Well, that concludes your training, and I've got to catch a train to Memphis, so please report immediately to Melissa and personnel.
Name? Gina McElrath.
Age?
25.
Interests?
Gosh, I don't know. I love painting. I play the saxophone. I'm not very good at it. I like Fellini films, and, well, I like skydiving. That's a lie. I've never done it, but it seems like it'd be fun.
Do you like candlelit dinners?
Yeah.
Okay. Review and sign.
Single white female, 25, seeks single male, 21 to 36, who likes movies, music, candlelit dinners, and friendly, inoffensive conversation. No conspiracy theorist. Replies soon. What?
Well, I had to water it down a bit, but you needed a broader market appeal.
So, Val says you're in training for the DEA?
FBI.
Are all your first dates kind of like this?
Look, I just got off a bad relationship, so back off.
What is it?
It's called Plato's Underwear, Studies in Green.
It's all white. It's just a blank piece of canvas.
Actually, there's a sort of ecru figure just left of center. It's basically a Kandinsky ripoff with more organic forms and a lesser understanding of the plasticity of negative space.
You hate me, don't you?
What?
Oh, I know they screwed up. I asked for a 5'4" blonde. They sent me a 5'3" brunette. If you don't like me, just say so.
This isn't what I'm
I was perfectly
doing.
willing to give you a chance. You don't have to hide the issue with your negative space organic ripoffs.
I'm not hiding the issue.
Why
It has
do
to
women always do that? You never just come out and say what you mean. I would rather be rejected in plain English than pushed away like that. What were you going to do? Tell me you were going to call? Have me wait around like an overstuffed potato waiting to be pricked?
No, that's not what I was doing at
I'm
all.
sick of dating. I'm sick of women. I'm sick of living.
No!
Andy, I got the Val report. She says you've been batting the big goose egg.
Me? No offense, Quint, but your girlfriend's taste in friends is almost as bad as her taste in men.
Just if you will. I know what your problem is. Pheromones.
Pheromones.
You see, once upon a time, in our primordial past, we transmitted pheromones. The unspoken language of love. Now, we still do, of course, but like our other animal instincts, our reception to pheromones has become vestigial at best. Now, that's why it's necessary to artificially enhance our olfactory appeal.
No way. I am not going to wear cologne.
Cologne? Cologne's for panty waists. Come here.
Vanilla extract?
Yes. It sends out the most powerful, most sexually appealing message of all. You've been baking.
CIA, Castro, the Mafia. Don't worry with that old news. And this box here is evidence that aliens from the planet 3 and 4, no, don't touch this. Aliens from the planet 3 and 4 lent their technology to Lyndon Johnson so he could create an actual magic bullet.
Aliens?
Oh, yeah. Same ones that landed at Roswell. Did you know they were also responsible for the failure of new formula Coke?
So I actually had a really good time tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Do you want to do it again?
Okay.
Well, how about next weekend?
You better let me call you. I'm just swamped with work. Thanks for dinner.
Thanks for the play. I mean...
Andy, please don't.
I just didn't want to insult your rigatoni.
Wait. Andy, I don't like men.
Why did Val fix us then?
Well, the way she described you, you sounded so pathetic. I felt sorry for you. Have you been baking?
Well, that sure was different.
Did you have a good time?
As I said, different.
Thanks for helping me fold my laundry. Wow. I knew you reminded me of my mother.
Waking up beside yourself, self-help books upon the shelf.
Okay. Oh. Single divorced white male, 46.
If you found just one to stay, what's this tragic game we play? Finding
Ooh, single white female, 22. Single Jewish Hispanic female.
being simply wonderful would do for a start. So throw that black
Oh, hey.
trash.
Single white female, 25. Seeks single white male, must like music, movies,
Ms.
dinners,
McElrath, in light of your lack of dating successes, the company has taken upon itself to survey your dates. 62% complained about your vocabulary, 89% found your interest and knowledge of the art intimidating, and 47% were disappointed you were not a 38D. Not much we can do about that last point, but we do advise you to censor your conversation in the future.
Now listen up, Andy. What you're dealing with here is the all-American girl. You've got to be the all-American guy. If you screw this one up by talking about Vonnegut or Warren G. Harding, I'm not getting you another date.
Oh, I don't have a menu.
That's okay. Here, use mine. I think I already know what I'm going to order and everything anyway.
Oh, really? What are you getting? I heard this place is great for the burgers.
Oh, I'm just going to get the Caesar salad with Melba and Brie.
Caesar?
Yeah.
Okay. Melba?
I'm on a low-fat diet.
God, I'm sorry. I guess I should have consulted you before choosing this place.
You ready to order?
Yeah, I'll have a double cheeseburger with extra mayo, a bacon, Swiss, and Monterey Jack. Double cheeseburger, yeah. And, can we get a plate of cheese fries? We could just share some cheese fries. Yeah, thanks.
This chocolate cake is heavenly. I love chocolate. They say it contains a drug that's supposed to cheer you up.
I don't really eat that much chocolate. It's got so much sugar and fat in it.
Oh. Well, if you did, you'd love this cake.
I'm sure.
So, you're a writer?
Technical writer.
So what does a technical writer do after the whistle blows?
What do you mean?
Well, do you have any hobbies or other life ambitions?
No, not really. I'm really just an all-American guy.
Oh.
What about you?
No, same with me. I just kind of coast right along. Just kind of very normal. All-American girl, you know.
Did you have a good time at all? I mean, you seemed really distracted.
Well, it's not you. It's just that, well, there's this guy. We're just friends, but, well, now it seems like we're...
Involved?
It doesn't mean I didn't have a good time. Maybe we can still be friends.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for an inoffensive date.
Well, that was a date with the dead. How do people like that make it through life?
Just coast right along. All-American girl. Can I please lie any more than that?
Maybe we can be friends. There's a good one. I'll never see her again.
Thank God I'll never see him again. Oh well. Hope my batteries are charged.
Come on! Val, you can't make me. You are such a chicken! There is nobody watching you. So impossible.
I can't dance.
Yes, you can. All you have to do is just stay in there and hold me. I know you don't want
Of course not, baby. It's just I can't dance with all these Baptists around. Let's go case the crab dip again.
Let's not. I barely squeezed into this dress as it is.
Oh, that's terrible. Bye.
Oh, please. Crab dip. That's really romantic.
Valerie, here, let me help.
Damn heels. Hate it. Things women put up with. Still have that? That's from a play. Gosh, the props mistress kill me. Such a mess. Andy, dress.
You know, I don't care what kind of fortune they spend on this thing. I still can't force myself to have a good time.
Rennie, I order you to have a good time. One of us has got to have a good time.
You're not having a good time?
I hate weddings. So much frou-frou and bombast for the sake of breeding. I swear. God forbid you should show up to one of these things alone. Everybody always tries to fix me up.
Oh, so that's why you agreed to come with me.
Rennie, you're my friend. You're annoying and pathetic, but you're still my friend. I'd go anywhere with you.
You want to go dance?
Not really.
Yeah, I am annoying and pathetic, but I'm handling this a lot better than I was. You gotta admit that. A lot better than I was last month.
Rennie and I did have a relationship of sorts. I had just come back from one of those awful dates. I don't remember which one it was. And Rennie called. He had been separated from Mary Randolph for maybe 3 weeks, and he invited me over for dinner. You have to understand, for all of Rennie's faults, he's for the most part sweet, and he's an amazing cook. I don't know how he put up with Randy. For her, pizza is an ethnic adventure. Anyhow, his timing was right on the mark after all those miserable days. We shared a bottle of Pinot Noir. We talked. He had just found out that Randy was seeing Sam. And for some odd reason, we started this kissing game. Kisses the World or something like that. Eskimo. Southern Californian. Sicilian. Canadian. He must have meant French Canadian. It didn't last long. Maybe a month. I just couldn't think of him that way. He was my friend's ex-husband, for Christ's sake. It did cross my mind, too, that he felt betrayed and I was his emotional airbag. Well, I guess that's why we never became real close and why I didn't think leaving him would be a big deal. We've had a tenuous friendship since. And I have to admit, there are times that I really need him.
Now, your MSG model comes with an option package that includes your headlights, your tail lights, your fog lights, your parking lights, your daytime running lights, and a light tan interior. Here we have variable wipers that can be set to activate every 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 minutes, 60 minutes, or twice a day. Here we have anti-lock brakes, anti-skid tires, anti-rust undercoat protection, and a special anti-depreciation force field that will protect the resale value of this car to the year 2025. Not really, folks. Actually, this car will depreciate 40% in value the moment you turn the key. So what do you say? Shall we go inside and sit down and put you in one of these views today?
I'd like to have a word with my fiancé. What do you mean, what? I can't afford that car.
Sure you can. You can deal a little bit, but you can get it. It's good for you.
Well, Randy, that's not a car. That's the USS Enterprise.
It's a lot better than that bucket of bolts that spontaneously combusted.
Randy, that's my Colt. Don't badmouth my baby.
Quentin, tell your roommate he needs a car.
Come on, Andy, it won't hurt you to take a look.
Look at what? Rows and rows of wretched gas-guzzling excess? I mean, what the hell's wrong with public transportation anyway?
Stop playing the conscientious non-consumer, Andy. You'll never get the attention of any woman without your own car. Hey!
Oh, my God.
You.
What are you doing here?
Hey, I asked first. Rachel?
Gina, I'm hiding.
I won't tell if you don't.
Deal.
So, what are you hiding from?
I don't want a new car. I loved Old Red. I thought we had at least another 30,000 miles together, and then one day, boom, busted oil seal, just like that. Oh, man, 170,000 miles in 28 states, and one day it's just gone.
So you really loved your car, huh?
It was my baby.
I don't believe in car ownership.
How do you get to work?
I take the bus. The cars are wretched excess in a city like this. We've got good public transportation.
What if you don't live on the bus line?
Well, then you put yourself in the awkward and inflexible position of needing a car. Then your car dies, and what do?
Get a new one.
Which you don't want to do, see? It's like a never-ending spiral of stupidity.
Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to spiral into the never-ending spiral of stupidity.
Come on, I didn't mean that personally.
It sure sounded like it.
No, I just think you shouldn't put yourself in the position where you need a car that you don't even want. What?
It's Rennie. He's looking for me.
Rennie?
Oh, good. Okay, he's going into the showroom.
So, who's Rennie?
So let me get this straight. Rennie is your ex-boyfriend, your friend's ex-husband, and now he's your fiancé?
Posing as my fiancé. There's nothing harder than going to car dealerships as a single woman.
They let you take this car out for a test drive, didn't they?
Maybe they thought we were a couple. You don't think your friends are worried about you?
Nah, they probably went home hours ago.
Now just wait a minute. You're saying that Warren G. Harding was the real perpetrator of the Teapot Nolan scandal?
No, Florence Harding was the brains. She killed her husband because he knew about the land she and Albert Fall were leasing to the oil company.
And she set up Fall to take the heat.
Hence the title of my book.
the Fall Guy. Didn't see that one coming.
I gotta take a leak. Can we stop for a minute?
You know, I think people are afraid of being alone, but I think they're also afraid of dealing with each other. I mean, by defining what you want ahead of time, between 5'8" and 6'2", dark hair, dark eyes, must be a graduate of a Big East school with a double major in philosophy and political science. You take control of the situation and it becomes a lot less scary, but well, you also set yourself up for a lot of unrealistic expectations.
Now, I've heard that expectations is the place you have to get before you can really get where you're going.
That's from the Phantom Toll Booth.
Really? God, I had an ex-girlfriend who said that all the time.
I'm serious. That was my favorite book as a child.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really read children's literature.
You're a writer and you don't like children's books?
Oh, I don't know. It's just... they don't seem like worthy endeavors to me. They're like, you know, pulp mysteries or romance novels.
I'm writing a children's book.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're just trying to make me look like a schmuck. Why would you write a children's book?
Because it's sort of the reason I became an artist. I mean, I like art for the sake of art, but I'm not really an exhibitionist. I mean, well, I think art should do more than just hang on a wall.
I like the art in children's books.
I think it's a little too late to save it, buddy. Well, I hope I haven't bored you too much with my nostalgia.
No, it was great, actually. I found it very educational. Now I know how Catherine the Great talked about her horse.
Oh, cut it out.
So, why'd you pull over?
Andy, are you a good writer?
I'd like to think so.
Yet you don't like children's books.
It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I don't read them. Maybe I should start.
Well, do you want to help me write one?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very good with words, and, well, I think it might be fun.
Yeah. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So what are you going to call it? There was once an ancient kingdom called Nabanir that was in the midst of a terrible war. It had raged on for almost 100 years, and while many brave knights had found adventure during the war, many others had died from painful, festering wounds. A certain farm girl in Nabanir, whose name was Penny, heard stories about the knights who found adventure.
She must have missed out on the festering wounds part, because one day she marched up to her father and said, "Daddy, I love you and Mommy dearly, but my destiny lies in the war. Tomorrow I will pack my meager belongings and join the king's army." At this, her father laughed a hearty laugh, for girls were not allowed to become soldiers. He patted her on the head and gave her a good whipping before sending her to her room. As she cried herself to sleep, Penny heard her parents laughing at her plans. A girl join the king's army, they said? She must be dreaming.
Nabanir's rival in this great war was a kingdom called Gogolf. The king of Gogolf had a son, Prince Patterson Jenkins III. Everyone called him PJ for short. PJ was no pampered prince. He wanted to lead his kingdom's army against the Nabanir menace. PJ's father knew, however, that if his son rode off to fight in the war, he might fall in love with a Nabanir girl, as so many of his knights had, and never come home. So one day, he clocked his son over the head and hauled the prince up to the castle tower. Then he locked the door. "My son will never go off to war," he said to himself. "Even better, he will never fall in love. Let him dream. But I am king, and that's the way things are."
Not bad.
So I'm not fired?
Not yet.
Well, how are we going to finish it?
I'm not sure.
You don't have an ending?
No, that's what you're here for. Your words on pictures, remember?
Well, you got any ideas?
I don't know. I thought about having them both going off to battle, leading up to a great romantic rendezvous, only to have them hack each other to bits on the battlefield.
I knew there was something I liked about you. What time is it?
6:30.
You want to take a break?
Okay. Andy? Hello? I'm up here.
What are you talking about?
Weren't you just staring at my breasts?
No, I was looking at your hands.
My hands?
Yeah, I mean, I guess some guys like breasts or legs, but I've always liked hands.
Oh. Well, that's good, because my hands are just about the only part of my body I feel comfortable with.
Do men really stare at your chest?
No. So, what is it about hands that fascinates you?
Well, I don't know. It's just you can learn more about someone from their hands than you can from their face. I mean, eyes and lips, they really exist to take, where hands exist to give. I mean, take your hands, for example. Your hands do a lot of giving, I can tell. They're not like a Ferrari that's kept in the garage and pampered all the time. They're like a beat-up truck that hauls gravel.
Oh, well, thanks, I think. I don't think I've ever been complimented on my hands before.
Why do you wear an engagement ring?
I don't wear an engagement ring.
You got a ring right there on your left ring finger.
Oh, this is just to keep men from hitting on me.
Why would men hit on you? I mean, you don't have much of a chest.
Are you sure you don't want to try that one again?
Maybe I'd better. Why do you wear an engagement ring?
I don't wear an engagement ring.
Well, there's a ring right there on your left ring finger.
That's just to keep men from hitting on me.
Really?
Yeah, and also to keep nosy women out of my life. They ask really suspicious questions. Once you turn 25, there's so much pressure to get married.
I don't feel any pressure.
Oh, yeah? Well, try growing breasts.
You have a strange obsession with your breasts, don't you?
Are
your parents divorced?
What, are you trying to psychoanalyze me now, too?
No, I'm just nosy. I like to know things about people. Like middle names. I always have to know somebody's middle name.
As a matter of fact, my parents have been happily married for the last 30 years. But my friends, on the other hand...
Oh, that sounds like another story.
Well, no, it is not a story. I am no storyteller, Jim.
I'm sorry, Gina. The judges have ruled against that one, too.
Oh, they have they? This is ridiculous. I've already told you a story already.
No, I'm sorry, Gina. The judges are now saying that if you tell Andy one more story, you'll be the grand prize winner of a tiramisu.
All right. But then you have to tell me one.
Fine.
Rennie and Mary Randolph got married right out of school. He was from Altoona, Pennsylvania. She was a Richmond woman, born and bred. And I'm not talking middle class either. She even showed me her family tree once. Apparently, she's a direct descendant of Robert E. Lee.
Oh, everybody down here is descended from Lee.
If you don't want to hear this...
All right, all right.
They loved my gift, but it caused some problems. I could only afford one, and they could never decide whose side of the bed it should go on. But fortunately, they soon got over that dilemma and moved on to more important things.
Italian again? Why? Well, let's try that Chinese place downtown, a new place.
I don't like Chinese food.
Why?
It's too foreign.
Foreign.
Yeah.
Chinese food is foreign.
It's foreign.
Since when?
Since they put in the street.
They fought over all kinds of petty things. Before I met them, I was an incurable optimist. I thought people could overcome even the most profound differences, like Romeo and Juliet living happily ever after.
Wait a minute, didn't they both commit suicide?
Yeah, whatever. The truth is, a rose by some other name does smell different because we think it does. Still, they stayed together. Divorce was not in Randy's vocabulary. Denial was, however, and I think misery had a bold heading. So it was a détente for a long while, until... Rennie told me he hadn't said it, that it had gone off all by itself and woke him up in the middle of a dream. I felt so bad after that, as if I had been the cause of something terrible between them. But that was arrogance. The differences between Rennie and Randy hadn't developed all of a sudden. Rennie just realized them all at once, hidden under some rock in his mind like cursed buried treasure. It was all downhill from there. Rennie, now feeling quite confident with himself, marched into his lawyers and filed for divorce a few weeks later. Mary Randolph hooked up with some guy almost immediately. No surprise, really. And Rennie, well, we won't go into that. The silly and arrogant notion that I somehow was the angel of death for Randy and Rennie never left me, though. I kind of liked that role, angel of death. You know, I haven't even seen Mary Randolph since she started dating this new guy. She's probably just about ready to walk down the aisle any day with him now. But you know what? When she does, I'm going to be the first one to remind her that that none of us really has even the slightest idea of what being in a relationship actually means.
Well, what does it mean?
I don't know. Eleanor.
Who's Eleanor?
My middle name is Eleanor.
All right, ladies, get ready.
Oh, Val, baby, I was rooting for you.
I hate this day.
All right, let's have all the single men out here.
Ready?
What's wrong with you guys, huh? This is a beautiful thing here. Jeez.
Ready? Way to go, dude. Lucky Stella.
Excuse me. Where do you think you're going?
It's fun.
No, it's not.
I catch.
Hi, you need to go.
I catch the garter.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like a Kandinsky ripoff anymore. Do you have any idea what he paid for that?
I bought it for him. I can do whatever I want to it. Besides, he broke up with me.
Oh, God, he did not.
Well, he should have. Who's he seeing?
What makes you think he's seeing anybody?
Oh, come on, Andy. If your boyfriend wasn't home at 3 in the morning and didn't call you for a week, what would you think? I'm not insane, you know.
Why don't you ask him?
I don't want to ask him. Haven't I been nice to you?
I don't think that's the point, Valerie.
God, Andy, what's your problem? I don't know whether I want to live or die right now, and you just can't bring yourself to lay off the snide, sarcastic bullshit.
You knew what you were getting into with Quentin, Valerie. It's not like you're the first.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to be the last.
Oh, that's real fresh. Look, Valerie, I know you're hurting right now, and don't think I don't empathize, but I am not going to be put in the position of doing Quentin's breaking up for him again. He always does this to me.
Oh, God, stop sticking up for him.
He's my friend.
I'm your friend.
Look, I want to get something to drink. Do you want a glass of water?
Yeah, okay. Hey, Andy.
Yeah?
I seem to be missing a few books. Have you seen any?
What do they look like?
Just some romance novels I'm sure you disapprove of.
I haven't seen them. you want to leave his keys here?
Yeah, right. You tell Quentin if he wants his keys to talk to me like a man.
Neither PJ nor Penny was happy with their lot. Penny would sit in her tiny room and dream of meeting the Gogolf army at the battlefront, hacking down its puny soldiers until she swam in a lake of their blood. PJ fantasized about doing the same to the Nabonere army, but it was useless. His father had sealed him in the tallest tower in Gogolf. It was so tall, the prince could not see the ground, but the clouds always got in his way. The door to his prison was made of the strongest iron in the kingdom, and 50 of the mightiest soldiers guarded the prince day and night. For PJ, there was no escape. Of course, Penny had no such problems. Her family was poor and couldn't afford a strong iron door of 50 guards. So Penny waited one night until her parents were asleep and ran away. Penny knew the army didn't take girls, so she cut her hair short and stole the clothes of the squire she subdued with a shovel. And before long, she was marching with the Nabonere army, spear and sword in hand. Penny was off to war.
Hey, I hope you don't mind me dropping by. I stopped at I Ching's. Of course, we could always go for Italian.
Come in.
Hey, you've been working. Do you want to tell me what's wrong?
No, I was just thinking about Rennie.
I thought you said you hadn't spoken to him since you guys broke up.
I haven't called him or returned his calls in 3 months. I used to be such good friends.
You did?
Yeah. Sometimes I think he was a better friend than my best friend. His ex-wife.
So, you still have feelings for him?
No, that's the worst part. Andy, why am I such a terrible person?
You're not a terrible person. You do have this little smudge right there. Are you gonna be okay?
No. And I'll give you a 3-letter guess why. Oh my God. This is incredible. Last month, they had something with white chocolate icing. That was heaven. Hey, could you pass me the salt from over there? Is it over there?
Are you like this every month?
Just the ones with an R in them. This is so much fun, isn't it? Eating cake out under the stars.
Yeah, it'd be even better if you could actually see some stars.
Oh, come on. Use your imagination. You know, my father used to take me out when I was a little girl. He'd point up at the stars like a big cluster of stars, and he'd say, "That, Gina, is your great-great-grandfather, Royce McElrath, captain of the steamship Inverness."
Royce McElrath.
Oh, yeah. It's how I learned my family history. You know, I come from a long line of Highland warriors, and some of them were women.
Name one.
Bonnie McElrath. Yeah, she was a field nurse during World War I. She was a direct descendant of Dugan McElrath, and he resisted the English in the 17th century.
Well, we Aherns come from a long line of novelty sales reps. That constellation up there, that's Ezekiel Ahern, who still holds the world's record for most hand buzzers sold in a single year. And over there to the south is Orion.
I don't mean to correct you, Andy, but Orion is a winter constellation.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Orion the Hunter. This is Orion, the Irish potato farmer, and the bastard son of Hieronymus Ahern.
Hey, you have some stuff on your chin. It's icing, I think.
Thanks. You've got a whole lot of your nose, actually.
I do?
Yeah.
buddy. Look, what? Watch out. You don't know what you're messing with.
What's the
My
matter?
hormones are no match for you.
The Scottish warrior doesn't like a little war paint.
Hey, watch. Absolutely not. Outbound, buddy. Out of bounds. I think I got you.
Yeah, I think you did.
Sorry. Got it on your pants and everything. Well, I'll go get some towels for you.
Tell me, Richard, are you still dating Mary Bartholomew?
Mary Bartholomew, no, she's history. It's Mary Thaddeus now.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping you'd get together with that Mary Matthew.
Mary Matthew? No, she's Presbyterian.
What's the matter, honey?
The icing was chocolate, dear. I thought we agreed on yellow cake with white icing.
It was white chocolate.
But there's a difference between white icing and white chocolate icing.
Sweetums, it's Robespierre chocolate.
Sam, what would the guests think?
Don't burn the city, Snooky Plums. The bakery must have misunderstood. Besides, I haven't heard anyone complain.
Sam, come on over here. You remember Senator Coleman from the reception line, right?
Hey,
Why
Sam.
don't you fellas get to know each other?
Hey, when your dad gets a chance, maybe we can get a chance to straighten out that sanitary.
How's the blushing bride?
Mom, Sam doesn't care that the cake is wrong.
Hush, dear. At least he's Episcopalian.
Chocolate. I expected that plain white stuff.
It's probably a mistake. Randy's probably on the
Randy. I don't think we can have a conversation without discussing her.
This is Randy's wedding. I mean, Mary Randolph.
Shut up. Say ah.
What a slob.
You know, you're all right, Gina. After everything we've been through, you still don't mind being my wedding date?
Why would I mind?
Could I kiss you?
No.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Frank, please don't be upset. We've been through this already.
You know what I figured out about you, Gina? You're a smolderer. You'd never admit if you're in love with somebody.
Just because you love someone doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Since when? What's wrong with being in love with me?
I'm not in love with you.
Oh. Gina?
Don't come any closer.
Why not?
Because I'm going to the bathroom.
Out here?
Yes, why not? Have you seen the lines in there? You'd think it was an Amway convention or something.
Yeah, well, I'm here for the same thing.
What do you know? You're a man. When you have to go, you just go next to a convenient tree or fire hydrant or whatever.
Well, I don't care what you say. I'm going to pee whether you like it or not.
Fine, just do it over there.
Fine, I will.
Andy?
Just a second.
Did you try the cake?
No, I'm trying to stick to my diet again.
Oh, too bad. It's white chocolate.
Penny was now a soldier in the Nabonere army, which met the forces of Gogolf at the battlefront. They clashed for many days and nights. The ground turned red as foot soldier, archer, and horseman fell to the mace and blade. Penny proved herself a valiant and spirited fighter. By the end of the week, she had carved 60 notches on her spear, one for each Gogolf soldier she had hacked to bits. It was with Penny's help that the Nabonere army eventually defeated Gogolf and stormed the border. The other reason the Gogolf militia buckled under the mighty thumb of Nabonere was that they lacked a strong leader like Prince PJ. When he heard that Nabonere had invaded his kingdom, the prince knew he had to escape and lead his army to victory. His father had let him keep a television in his dungeon, so every week, PJ tuned into MacGyver with the hopes of building a makeshift bomb. He would use this bomb to blow the great iron door off its hinges. Prince PJ would be prepared for the day Penny came to face him.
Hi, how was work?
What's all this about?
Dinner?
Is Quentin back?
It's for you.
Oh. I'm sorry, I ate on the way home from work.
Well, you're gonna eat again. Sit.
Look, I don't mean to seem unappreciative, but what's all this about?
Eat first, then we talk.
I haven't seen Quentin in almost a week. I mean, that's not really weird, but I guess you haven't seen him either. God, you're gonna kill me. I'm supposed to be on a diet.
Just eat it. I'm a cow. You don't see me holding back.
You're not a cow.
You sure he hasn't called or anything? I mean, he didn't maybe say anything about when he was gonna go, or...
So you make me a nice dinner and all you want to do is ask questions about Quentin? God, Valerie, I don't know any more than you do. You know he doesn't tell me anything.
Before you came home, I was looking in his room for clues, and I found this.
It's the phone bill.
Read it.
Well, there's a lot of calls to Memphis.
I dialed that number. It's a hotel.
So?
So I confirmed a reservation in the name of one Quentin Polchak for a room on Friday to Monday. 5th floor, queen-size bed.
Did you call the room?
No, I didn't think of that.
Well, there you have it. He's probably there for a conference.
Gosh, Andy, you know he's with somebody else. Why do you have to always try to cheer me up? He's such a... Shit. Such a moron. Does everybody have this much trouble with relationships, or is it just me?
Val, it's everybody.
No, it's not everybody. All my friends are married. Most of them are divorced now, but they've all been married. Except for me.
I'm not married.
You don't count. You're a guy. If you're me, you have until you're 30, and then you might as well be dead.
Valerie.
Why? Both my sisters are married. It's so sick. When I go home, we have to play family games, and everybody has a couple except for me. So my mom has to go in the kitchen and make hot chocolate so Dad could be my pity partner. Gosh, I hate the suspense. I just want to run some water in a sink and slit my wrist open and save myself the next 5 years of agony.
Valerie, if you keep talking like that, I'm going to slap you. Look, I told you before, this has nothing to do with you.
Yes, it does. I'm a naggy, clinging girlfriend.
God. He would have done this even if you were St. Catherine.
Duh, Quentin's an atheist.
You get the point. God, Quentin doesn't care about me, he doesn't care about you. He just needs to feed his insecurities. I mean, we all do. It's just that Quentin's inclined to waste more food than the rest of us.
You know, it really hurts me that you think I made this dinner just to get information out of you. I really like you, Andy. In fact, I like you lots better than your roommate right now.
I like you too.
How come you don't have a girlfriend?
I don't know.
You're such a nice guy.
That's what everyone says about me. I'm a nice guy.
You haven't touched your cheesecake. Oh my gosh. Oh, Andy, I'm so sorry. Oh gosh, is it bad?
It's not bad.
When Penny reached the wall of Gogolf Castle, she stopped and stared, her mouth hanging open like a newborn baby's. The wall was so high she couldn't even see the top, for the clouds got in her way. How was she, a simple farm girl, ever going to scale this mighty wall?
She reached into her quiver and selected the straightest and lightest arrow she had. She tied a loose thread from her tunic to the shaft. Penny closed her eyes, drew her bowstring, and let the arrow fly. She had become quite an archer since she joined the army. Faith, she had learned, shot her arrows truer than those of the strongest bowmen.
As the arrow rocketed into infinity, it unraveled her tunic inch by inch until there was nothing left. Now all she had to cover herself was a thin frock. Penny looked down self-consciously at her slim frame. Everyone would know she was a girl now, but it no longer mattered. She was at the end of her quest.
And?
And what?
And what happens next?
Well, she could use the thread to scale the castle wall and fight her way to the tower where PJ's being held, and... well, it's your story.
I can't believe this. We're so close to finishing it, and you've got writer's block. What do you do when you've got writer's block?
Stare out the window. No, you're staring at me.
Sorry, I do that sometimes.
Well, actually, it's okay. I mean, people should stare at each other more often. It's sort of a way to connect.
Oh?
Yeah, I mean, people go to movies and they watch dumb TV shows and they go to loud nightclubs, and really, I think they're just avoiding contact. What are you doing?
Are you trying to avoid connecting with me?
That's funny.
No.
Oh, okay. You can't beat me at this game.
It's just Valerie. Valerie?
Andy, oh my God!
Gina, it's okay.
I'm gonna call an ambulance, okay?
Gina, it's okay. Don't do that. I've got
Are
it.
you sure?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I call you?
okay.
Val. Drop it. It's okay. Here, sit down. No, you're supposed to use a straight razor for this kind of thing.
You didn't have one.
Let me see. It's nothing. Band-Aid won't fix. Come here. You know, I think they also say you're supposed to cut up and down, not across.
I guess I can't do anything right.
Valerie, you weren't really gonna do it. There. Now hold that. What do you got? Let me see. Did the Luber Smooth strip work like it was supposed to? Did it prevent skin irritation?
Yeah, but the twin blade action isn't so hot. You should write to the company and complain.
Did Quentin ever tell you about the time we were going to be blood brothers? We were about 8 years old, and this is long before AIDS. And we decided we wanted to be blood brothers, but I was afraid of knives, so when we went out to the woods to do it, all I brought along was a plastic knife from the Burger King. We're standing underneath a tree, and I'm trying to saw through my finger with this thing, and I look over at Quentin, and he's got this look of horror on his face, and he just turned around and ran home. He got out of it, as usual, and I got an infection. And later that day, I got my first experience with penicillin.
Nasty stuff. Even when he's gone, Quentin still makes our lives interesting.
Yeah, I guess.
I bet you were cute standing there in the emergency room with your mommy.
Come on.
Where'd they shoot you? In your butt? Here?
How? Oh, I had to swallow it.
You look very nice tonight. I just wanted to say that I've really enjoyed working on this book with you. And just to celebrate finishing the book, I've made this special meal, just a little recipe I wanted to try for a while. You're very special to me. Oh, okay. I just dressed up because, you know, I haven't dressed up in a while. I just felt like trying out this outfit. Ta-da! Peking duck. I got the recipe from an old Italian lady down the street. It was actually for roast turkey, but, now don't let the fact that it takes 2 days to prepare this keep you from being honest about it. Okay, I burned the crepes, so, it's gonna be a while before you can actually taste the duck in the authentic manner. What do you think?
Well, it looks fantastic, but I don't eat seafood.
Andy, it's a duck.
I hate fish. I can't stand oysters. I know I told you this.
Andy, it's a duck. It's not seafood.
It swims, and I don't eat anything that swims.
Ducks don't swim.
What are you talking about? Of course they swim.
They float. Besides, their primary mode of mobility is flight.
Yeah, well, they also dive, and that settles it.
Fine. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. No. You're supposed to wrap it in a crepe and put duck sauce over it.
I thought you said you burned the crepes.
Okay, I messed up a little bit. I'm still working on it.
I liked it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Kind of lesson bookish, but you know.
Well, that's the whole nature of it's been handed down from generation to generation, you know.
Do you know anything else?
Yeah, actually, I've got some sheet music right behind you. I haven't memorized it yet. I've been working on it for a while. Yes. It's very therapeutic. I'm going to bring the room down for a little bit for this one. Just because you're not brooding anymore, I'll play it. What'd you think?
It was nice.
You like
it? Yeah, sort of a French bistro thing. You should be really wearing Wayfarers or something for that.
Oh, we'll get some next time. You can help me practice. You look really nice tonight.
Yeah, but it's kind of obvious you've outdone me here.
Oh, thanks a lot. Very much. I really have enjoyed writing this book with you, Andy. I think you're a very, I think that you're a very good writer. And as soon as we finish, I'd like to take this book up to New York and show it around to some people and have some, introductory meetings. Of course, I'd like you to come with me. My friend Marnie's apartment's kind of small, but I think we can both fit.
Okay.
Well, don't sound too excited about it or anything.
I'm sorry. It's just... I'm preoccupied.
What's going on?
Nothing.
All right. Listen, if you ever want to talk about it, let me know, because you're kind of special to me. All right? But, remember, Andy, you do still owe me a story.
So I owe you a story, huh?
Oh, no pressure at all.
Did you love Rennie?
Well, yeah. Well, I guess I did. I loved him. I wasn't in love with him, though.
Do you still think about him?
Of course I do. You don't just sleep with someone and not think about him anymore. At least I don't. What's all this about, anyway?
When I told you that Valerie was all right, it was only half true. I mean, she wasn't physically hurt, just some scrapes, but emotionally.
She was just crying out for attention.
You gotta understand, with her, Quentin was everything. She was like a satellite surrounding him. That was her whole purpose. She has no clue what it's like to be alone. Emotionally, she's half a person. I think that's why she did what she did. I woke up and she was in my bed, and her arms were all around me. And I felt, for just an instant, what it must be like to be her. And I felt like half a person. And I couldn't help myself.
So, what's the deal? Are you going out now?
No, we are not going out now.
What about Quentin?
What about Quentin? I mean, he doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't deserve her.
From what you've said about Valerie, it sounds like they deserve each other.
You're mad at me.
I am not mad at you. But if you want me to be, I'll try to accommodate you.
Well, see, the way you say that sounds mad.
I am not angry. I don't know how I can tell you that I'm not angry.
I'm just telling you the vibes I'm getting, that's
well, the
all.
vibes I'm getting is that you're trying to put words into my mouth. Why don't you, if you have something to say, why don't you just say it?
All right, fine. Why is this any different than what went on between you and Rennie?
This is completely different from what went on between me and Rennie. I don't know how you can even compare it at all.
It's exactly the same. I mean, you said you only went out with him because you felt sorry for him.
Well, okay, look. Wait a second. We didn't just go out. We had a relationship. You and Valerie had a one-night stand. Think about it.
You're just getting madder and madder.
I'm not madder.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this,
No,
okay?
if you must know, I'll tell you. Let's have it out. I'm disappointed. First of all, because you did what you did and you didn't stop to think about it. And second of all, because your fragile ego is never going to be able to take what's bound to follow.
Yeah, Gina, at least I recognize it as casual, meaningless sex, and I don't try to turn it into some dead-end relationship that's gone on and on for months.
Dead-end relationship. Well, let me just say another thing.
That is so perfect coming from you.
It is perfect coming from me. Let me just say another thing, Andy. I cannot believe you go around talking about your friends and how they suck off of each other's insecurities, and here you are acting like King Leech of the universe.
Gina, I did not mean for this to happen.
Oh, give me a break.
What do you want from me? You want an apology?
No, yeah. Well, no. You need to apologize to yourself.
Yeah, it's a nice trite romance again.
You fucking hypocrite! Get out of my house! Paula!
What if you call Ronnie? Maybe we get a late trick.
Why don't you go with your little girlfriend?
Howdy.
Quentin? Where the hell were you?
I was out of town for a few days. I'm sorry. Should have told you.
Yeah, no shit. You should have told Valerie, too.
I'm pretty sure I told her. She must have forgot.
I don't think she sees it that way.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I went by her place and smoothed everything over. She's fine.
You smoothed everything over?
Yeah. Everything's great. You know, you need to get some new milk. That milk.
What is your problem? You think you can just go traipse around with whoever you want, then come back and reclaim your life like nothing ever happened? You think you can have it so easy when the rest of us have to work at it?
What's your problem?
Oh, God, Andy!
Back here all by yourself, anyway. Jesus, how long have you been drinking, Rennie?
Barkeep was very gracious. He left me with the bottle. He was going through a divorce or something. It was a real bonding experience.
Rennie, give me the bottle.
No.
Yes?
No.
Rennie.
No.
You're being childish.
Oh, there's an idea, Gina. Be a child again. See how many other ways I can screw up my life.
That's good, Rennie. Wallowing in self-pity's gonna win you points with everybody.
Screwed up my marriage. Screwed up my career. Screwed up with you.
Rennie, stop it.
I wouldn't do that to your drawing arm if I were you.
Ah!
Wait.
Penny? I thought you were dead.
I was. But then your friend Andy resurrected me. It's amazing what you can do with a couple of cocktail napkins and a ballpoint pen. Otherwise, I would be dead. Thanks to you.
Wait a second. Andy had a lot to do with that.
I was a good idea, Gina. Do you know what a crime it is to let a good idea die? Ideas are like lives, Gina. They're born when somebody cares enough to create them, and they can only be killed through neglect and cowardice. That's your crime, Gina. Cowardice. You get scared every time you get close to something you want, and you settle. You settle for your job, you settle for Rennie, and you settle for not being with the man who gets you all gooey when no one else is around.
I do not get all gooey.
Yeah, just cool it, Gina. I'm in here. So you can't fool me, and you can't clock me on the head with an oven timer.
What am I supposed to do, anyway? Everywhere I look, I see people breaking up and getting together with all the wrong people for all the wrong reasons. Why should I believe that I'm any different than them?
Just remember what I said, Gina. Neglect and cowardice kill ideas, and love is an idea. Look, I can't say if what you're feeling is a bad kind of love or a good kind of love, but you'll never know until you try.
Oh. Wait a minute. Can't you stick around and help me out? You know, see this through to the end?
Sorry, girl. I would, but I'm in limbo until you finish the story.
Oh, that's neat. Is that a night?
Yes.
No, that's a good night. Oh. Good night, Jesus.
Rennie, I'm busy. Go lead the band or something.
Now that's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
I can't believe that sometimes you won't even listen to me.
Randy, Quentin hasn't started wearing obsession, has he?
Not that I know of. I thought he always wore vanilla extract.
I know, but I just caught a whiff of him and he smelled like obsession. What are you writing?
Just an old story I never finished. Trying to come up with an ending.
Oh.
Andy, you wouldn't lie to me, would you? Is Quentin messing around with someone else?
Why don't you go ask him?
I'm asking you.
I think you should go ask him.
I got a pain in my thigh. I got a pain in my stomach. I've got a pain in my chest. I got a pain in my heart. I got a pain. I got a pain in my You're my pain. She's my pain. Everybody.
You are the pain. Somebody throw him a box of aspirin.
Ready! Sam, would you do something?
Sure, ex-husband.
I got a pain in my leg. I got a pain in my hip. I got a pain in my side. I got a pain in my arm. I got a pain in my shoulder. I got a pain in my head.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Obsession hit the road.
Now?
Shut up, Quentin! I am so sick of your bullshit. You've made a fool out of me for the past 12 months of my life, and what's worse, I let you get away with it. Being abandoned by you for the better part of this clam bake has helped me come to two conclusions. One, I am better off as a decrepit old spinster living off of cold cans of tuna, which I share with my 49 cats, than I am with a self-centered, cheating slime mold like you.
Are you dumping?
Shut up! Two, I realize that you have never once apologized to me for any of the crap you've heaped on me. It's not just this, it's everything. If there is anybody in this world that deserves an apology, it's me. So I want to hear a big, I'm sorry right now.
Oh, what crap are you talking?
Crap!
I'm sorry?
From the heart, please.
Sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I never meant to hurt you, but I just couldn't help it.
Okay, all right. But you better apologize to Andy, too, because he deserves it just as much as I do. Have I made myself clear? Well, then, get out of here. Go on.
Don't you start on this ex-husband, my ex-husband stuff.
Oh, if that isn't the fondue pot calling the chafing dish black.
You're causing a scene.
I'm causing a scene.
Yes.
He's the one causing a scene.
Oh, baby, I got so many things.
Come on, Rennie. Rennie, no, we're not dancing. We're not dancing. We're gonna put you to sleep. Come on. Okay, here's the car, Rennie. Come on. All right, stay there. All right, get up. Up you go. Up. Nope, down. Down, boy. Into the car. Come on. Feet in. You can do it.
You need some help?
No. God, I've never been so embarrassed.
Not as embarrassed as the bride and groom, I think. I swear somebody said something about separate honeymoon suites.
Well, he's gonna have to get used to that sometime or another.
Yeah, it'll be Splitsville within a year.
I give him 6 months.
Hey, I finished the story. That's why I came out here.
What story?
Our story. Want to hear it?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Penny battled her way to the tower, but found to her disappointment that the great iron door had been blown from its hinges.
Some other valiant warrior had beaten her to the prince. Penny was mad and vowed revenge on whomever had robbed her of her prize.
Suddenly, from the smoke, a knight appeared. No doubt this was the villain who now held the prince captive. The prince, who by all rights should have been Penny's. In righteous anger, Penny raised her sword and rushed her adversary.
The two warriors fought for days, weeks, even months, neither one relenting to the disgrace of defeat. But then, something very strange and very wonderful happened. The two paladins began to grow tired, and the more weary they grew, the more clearly they saw the world around them.
And the first thing Penny saw was that her opponent was not some filthy, savage knight, but the beautiful Prince PJ she'd heard so much about.
Likewise, Prince PJ suddenly saw her for what she truly was. A passionate and fiery farm girl, a beautiful princess waiting to emerge.
Instantly, they fell in love. The war no longer meant anything to them. They left the two nations to rage on in mortal combat, and Penny and PJ found a pristine, unexplored island far away from their homes.
And they lived there happily ever after.
God, no, that's so corny. My God, you just ruined a perfect ending.
It's only a first draft.
Well, like most things in life, you gotta keep at it, I guess.
Does this mean we're back together? I mean, as writers?
Sure, why not? Might be kind of fun.
What the
Oh,
hell?
hell.
Not bad for a couple of starving artists. It's probably nothing compared to yours. Let me take a look. Oh, my God. Does your husband own all of South Africa or what?
Oh, just a small portion.
I'm sure.
Look, sweetheart.
Well, we were just admiring the ring, Snicky Pums.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Okay, Andy, I'm kind of nervous about the whole speech thing, all right? The wedding.
Quentin, don't do this. Everyone knows you love the attention. Just wing it.
Gee, what do I say?
Just, I don't know, talk about what a loser I am now that I'm married.
Okay, I can handle that. I got that.
Let's dance.
Oh, wait, I don't dance.
Andy,
Val.
congratulations.
How are you? Thank you.
Oh, you're married.
Yep, I'm married.
Save a dance for me.
Won't your date be jealous?
What date?
We met through the personals.
Really?
Yeah, I think we got really lucky because most people, they end up with somebody they don't even care about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rennie showed me those books you two wrote, and I think they're darling.
Thanks.
When are you going to have little ones to read them to?
Oh,
Well, Martha's an artist too,
Yeah, here, I made this for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm not here.
Excuse me. If I could have your attention, I'm not good with speeches, so I'm gonna make this short. In the year that I've experienced Andy and Gina, the couple, I've seen tenderness that I never thought possible of them. I've seen trust that I thought was beyond them. I've seen stupid arguments that I thought people never had. But what I haven't witnessed is what I haven't heard. Never heard them say, "I love you." So I'm passing the speech over to the newlyweds to finish.
Oh,
Do you want to go first?
no, you go first.
Okay. Well, Gina, my new wife, I
waking up beside yourself, self-help books upon the shelf, longing for the way you felt, finding someone else. You could make it through the day if you found just one who'd stay. What's this tragic game we play, finding someone else? They don't have to be beautiful, just smart. Being simply wonderful would do for a start. So throw that black book in the trash, pull out all your ready cash. It's time for you to make a splash, finding someone else. Oh, yeah. So throw that black book in the trash, pull out all your ready cash. It's time for you to make a splash, finding someone else. Oh yeah, finding someone else. Finding someone else. Do-ba-doop.